Okay, so now what I'm going to cover is I'm going to cover exactly how you transfer your money from your wallet into the exchange. Okay, so you have to go to deposits and withdrawals. Okay, so as you can see right now, I have $172 in Poloniex. Okay, so what you need to do, if you want to basically deposit some Bitcoin into Poloniex, you have to go to deposit. Okay, so go down to where it says Bitcoin and go to deposit. And then what will happen is it's going to give you a deposit address. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to just highlight that, copy it. And what it says here is it says send only Bitcoin to this deposit address. Now I've got to be very frank with you. If you send Ethereum to this deposit address, then you will lose it. Okay, or you could lose it. Okay, that is a mistake you do not want to make. Sending any other currency may result in the loss of your deposit. So be very careful when you go back to Coinbase that you use Bitcoin to deposit the money. Okay, so there we are. So that's how you do it. So we'll now go back to Coinbase and look at my money's already gone up. That's amazing. Okay, and that's because it's in Ethereum, and Ethereum's really growing right now, as you can see. Look at that, the rise. Anyway, so you need to go to send and request. Okay, so assuming that you have now deposited money from your bank into Coinbase and transferred that money into either Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin, now you want to send the funds to the exchange. Okay, so where we copied that address, we paste it in here. This is the recipient. Okay, now I currently have 0.017 Bitcoin. Okay, so you've got to enter a value, which means that the total of 0.017855505 equals the total. Okay, so I just did a transaction just so you can see that it won't accept it if you entered 0.01785 into here as the amount you'll send, because they have to add a network fee. Okay, so if I put 0.016, if I put 0.07000, then we'll see what this comes up to. So this comes up to 0.0, including the network fee, 0.01784, and I've got 0.01785. So you can, if we send funds, this should work. Okay, and then it will ask you to confirm the send. Are you happy with what you see? Yes. Confirm. Send complete. Now it has been transferred over to Poloniex. Now, it will take about 15 minutes for this to actually show in your account. Okay, so don't be worried if it doesn't show straight away. But that is how you transfer Bitcoin over to Poloniex. Bitcoin from your wallet to Poloniex. And like I said, it will literally take 15 minutes and then you will see it appearing in your account. Easy. Easy as that. And it's the same process for Ethereum. Okay, so if I wanted to deposit some Ethereum from Coinbase, I just go to deposit, and then it will give me this warning which says the minimum amount you need is 1 Ethereum. So if we go back to Coinbase, you can see that the current price of 1 Ethereum, this will probably change by the time you see it, is £147 or about $180. Okay, so you would need to have spent $180 worth on Ethereum to transfer that Ethereum to Poloniex. Okay, it says smaller deposits will be credited once they total this amount. So if you send 0.6 of an Ethereum, it won't show up until you add the other 0.4 of an Ethereum, and then it will show up in the Ethereum balance. Okay, so they make you understand this before they actually show you the deposit address, and this is the deposit address. And you do the same process. You go back to Coinbase and you make sure that you have got the Ethereum wallet to transfer the money over. Don't use Bitcoin, use Ethereum. This is a mistake I just want to keep repeating that you don't make. All right, so that is how you transfer the money. Simple, simple. And after 15 minutes, the money will show in here. Okay, and once you've got that money, you will then have Bitcoin. Now, if you don't have... Now, if you transfer Ethereum, let's say you've bought Ethereum instead of Bitcoin, and that's what I did the first time round. What you need to do is you would need to select Ethereum on Poloniex, go down, and it will tell you how much Ethereum you have. So, it might say 1 Ethereum. And then what you do is you just click on there, and then it will give you the total, and then you sell it, and then it pays you in Bitcoin. So then that Ethereum will be transferred into Bitcoin. All right, so that's how you get over that. Because what I said when I first started on Poloniex, I was like, I've got all this Ethereum. I've got one whole Ethereum, but I want to buy one of the Bitcoin currencies, and I can't buy that with Ethereum. So I had to sell it, and nobody gave me that information. And it took, and I needed to go into the troll box to get that information. All right. So that is a simple guide to Poloniex. Awesome. And it's so easy. As you can see, it's so easy. But you need to allow for about 15 minutes. Just make sure you don't make the mistake of sending Ethereum to Bitcoin or sending Bitcoin to your Ethereum balance. Just don't do that. Okay, make sure you don't do that. And going back to the balances, if you go back to deposits and withdrawals, this is the area where you will see the value of your holdings. So it's on 17313 at the moment. Okay, now as the currencies I've got, and this will show all the currencies I've got. So I've got 2000 Bitcoin, 500 Burst, 2000 Digibyte, 100 Dogecoin, obviously hasn't sold yet. I've got 100 NXT, 100 Potcoin, 23 Steam, 9 Stratis. Okay, so at the top, where it shows you the value of your holdings, this is the combined total based on how all your trades are doing. So if they're doing well, then it will be a certain amount. And if they're doing badly, then this will be dramatically reduced down. So this is your real-time sensor for how your currencies are doing. Okay. Now, if I was to log in and saw that this was at 160, I think, what's going on? So what I'd do is I'd go back to the exchange and I would see all the currencies that I've just mentioned to you. I would see how they're doing. Okay, I'll go back to the markets tab here on the right. This is where you're going to spend most of your time. Go to the markets tab on the right and I would see how each of my individual coins are doing and see what's losing. Okay, and that is how you discover what is dragging your estimated value, your total value, down. So that's Poloniex. So I hope that that's helped, and I'll see you in the next lecture.